gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the 2023 ESR and RaceDay.watch Holiday Race of Doom. We are here at the Sebring International Raceway, and I am very attractive. With me, as always, is the man who invented the laser fork and carbonated chicken feet, Michael Magus.
Oh, I mean, I definitely want to invent a laser fork. I'm not gonna lie.
Indeed, and with us, as always, which is the joke, is super producer Too Swole Cole McRae, the Swiss Beats to our exhibit.
Indeed.
You can't hear him, but I made him laugh.
Yep, we're here at Sebring in Sebring International Raceway in Florida, Sebring, Florida, of course. And we're going to be here for 2 races of 30 minutes, along with 10 minutes of practice and 20 minutes of qualifying. And we are playing Assetto Corsa, the old school game that just will not die. And these cars are various GT2 variants. It's a very, very loose classification of car. But we got Lotuses out here. We've got Audis. We've got Brabhams. We've got BMWs. We've got, am I missing it? Lamborghinis. I think that's everything.
I think there's an Edsel.
Oh, KTMs.
Perhaps a smattering of Studebakers.
No Studebakers, no.
How about, I'm trying to come up with something very obscure. But
we do have a bit of a weird thing going on here with the game timing not agreeing with the live timing. So I'm not sure which is correct. We'll assume the game timing is correct until otherwise proven. Which has Alfie Bevan as the fastest man in practice right now, followed by this man, Paul Riccobene. Very Aston Martin-inspired Audi R8 livery. And rounding off the top 5, we have Josh Milanese and Tobias Thierolf and I believe Tin Anderson? Indeed. I am correct.
I believe it's actually Coppersmith.
Oh, Coppersmith. And we have 28 cars on the server. We're expecting 29, so somebody who is supposed to be coming is missing. But it's a good field. 28 cars is solid. We should have a pretty good day of racing here at Sebring. We have some chat. We have good luck for Adam Stewart.
Ooh, he's the worst.
Have some waves, and somebody is melting. And there is the grid or not the grid, I should say, but like the grid guide there. Adam Stewart, Alfie Bevan, Barnaby Dube, Benjamin Marriott, etc. You can see what car they are driving, if they're in a BMW or a Brabham or a KTM, what car they are running. In some cases, the team or community that they are from, ESR, Tugas Racing in there, of course, Petrolhead Sim Racing. Otherwise created teams. You can see their nationality there with the various flags. The flag next to Josiah's name, I believe, is Dominica today. I could be wrong. And I think everyone else's flag is pretty simple to identify if you are a fan of international sport, basically. Other than, I guess, maybe Ronald Torrens being from Latvia. It's a little bit of a niche country.
Is Latvia over there by Participation?
It is not.
Got to get the full workout.
It's over in the Baltics.
Let's not make any Baltic jokes.
It wasn't a joke. That's over in the Baltics.
That's how you get Lyme disease.
It's over in the Baltics.
If your boy in chat is saying dude is an amazing driver, we are unfamiliar with said dude, so we are excited to find out.
This is my first experience with Barnaby Dude. We'll see what he brings to the table and what he can do. I'm familiar with a number of these drivers, obviously. They are longtime ESR veterans, Petrolhead veterans, Tugas veterans. We've done a lot of commentary with those communities, obviously. But there are some fresh-faced names for us to talk about, although not this man. Mauricio Delgado is not a fresh name.
Hell yeah.
He is a delicious name.
He is a well-preserved name. He enjoys a well-cured platter.
Indeed.
we will be recklessly cheering for Mauricio Delgado
That is
because
usually
he's a fun guy. We are not we're not unbiased. Anybody new in chat, new listening or watching this race, we are not unbiased, and I am a little off the wall.
We are subject to bribery.
Oh yeah,
be that in the form of food, good conversation, being on my Super Mega Baseball team. Always comes to mind. And obviously just people I've also raced or been teammates with. Paul Riccobeni and I have, for example, been team champions in the 3D Speed Series, so there's going to be a little bit of love there. And obviously I'm also an Audi fanboy, so the Audi drivers will be getting a little bit of extra love. A little bit. I'm told the BMW M2 is the car to be in today, so those driving the BMW M2, oh boy!
yeah.
Tin Anderson is in the wall.
The Tin Man.
Went in backwards, too.
Yes, get him! Got with the horn!
Love the horn.
Hey, let's go! Put the goddamn stop points on that.
Indeed. Oh.
Oops.
Another man on the wall. That is Ronald Torrance. Apologies in advance if I get anybody's name wrong. I did produce a pronunciation video for this race, and not a lot of people got back to me with corrections. So I'm assuming I am in the ballpark with
Shout out
with a fair number of them.
Shout out to people with weird names.
Indeed. Especially the names that the game cannot properly render and gives like kanjis as part of
it is unpronounceable. We would have to remove your tongue.
We'd have to pull out your tongue.
Oh boy.
Another little bit of contact there. Oh Lord.
Oh boy.
Big contact.
Things are getting frisky in practice.
Benjamin Marriott and Jeffrey Stanton getting into it. I was gonna say the BMWs apparently are the fastest cars. So if you're driving a BMW, I'm gonna throw a little shade. Throw a little shade out there.
Shout out to also Sebastian Wlodarski and your boy Scotch Nicholas for arranging, and Scott's having a. Hopefully, Scott can keep it together on track because he was losing his mind today, and it was semi-entertaining.
Administrative work can be very stressful.
I was thinking about making things worse and just not showing up until the last second, but that seemed cruel.
I would have hunted you down.
Well, I would have texted you back. I'm like, no, it's all for dramatic effect.
I could not do that to Scotch Nick. So as we said, Bevan looks like a man to watch for in this particular race as far as pole position is concerned, along with Milanese, Thierolf, Riccobeni. I would say those are your 4 front runners at the moment. And then there's a good group with about Tin Anderson, Jeffrey Stanton, Magic Kazchuk, Barnaby Dude, Henrik Andreasen, Matteo Bianchi,
Barnaby.
Vona Liviu, and Sebastian Wlodarski being kind of like the 5 through 12 battle. And it'll be interesting to see what they can do. Good to see Nick Peterson. Haven't seen him in a long time, so welcome, Nick. Dominic Reiser, Steve Davidson, Adam Stewart, Joshua Colbreth, Ronald Torrens, Yuri Kratashvili, and Taka Maruka are your top 20.
I have a note here that says Mr. Anderson is not to be addressed as being from Ho Land. He is officially from the nether regions.
I'll be honest. Actually, when I saw the flag it was lightly colored, that I thought it was the Luxembourg flag, ironically.
I mean, it's just basically northern Luxembourg at this point.
So it was actually good that he provided that, not necessarily for the Netherlands Holland distinction, but for the I thought you were from the wrong country.
it's just the moister lowlands of Luxembourg.
And we do have pre-qualifying results. I'll read them out here. The fastest man in pre-qualifying was Alfie Bevan, followed by Joshua Milanese, Tobias Thierolf, Tin Anderson, Sebastian Wlodarski, Paul Riccobeni, Magic Kashuk, Vona Liviu, Yuri Kartachville, and Ricardo Costa. Unfortunately, Ricardo is not going to be attending the race. Very disappointing because like a top 10 time in pre-qualifying, it would have been very, very cool to see Ricardo out here today. Oh no, he is here. He is here in 26th place. Okay. Never mind.
Bamboozled.
Indeed, I've been bamboozled. I didn't see Acosta on the grid, the grid guide, so I assumed he wasn't coming. But there he is.
Well, obviously he paid Acosta to be the boss.
Or maybe I'm just confusing it because someone told me that Antonio Costa's not here today, so wrong Costa. But yeah, we do have Ricardo.
Oh my god, red car go fast. Obviously, dude is a...
He's an orc?
I was going to say, a Warhammer 40k fan. Made it coast to be the boss. Diddly 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 diddly. Oh, we have the official Tugas Racing in chat. What up, gangsters? You may remember us from such races as that guy at that time that guy crashed that time. And the time that guy went really fast.
That's true. We're in the overtime here with only 2 cars on track. So we wrapping up practice here very shortly and heading over onto the qualification for this race. There will be a top 10 in reverse grid in race number 2. That'll be interesting.
At what point do they release the herd of marmots onto the track?
Pretty early on.
As is tradition.
I'm actually really excited to see what those BT63 Brabhams can do. That's a car you don't see very often as far as like racing is concerned.
I'm gonna hit him up with the Brabham joke. Oh my god, it's Paul Riccobeni. He's a ghost. AKA Ricardo Bongo. AKA Ricky Beans. AKA Steve.
Some lovely liveries out here today. A lot of custom. Couple are I'm told are not custom, but we're not entirely sure which is which. But there's some good work out here today. Some inspired ideas. Some horrifying ideas as well, if I'm being entirely honest.
As long as Josiah Jerome's car looks like a giant lizard, we're good.
It does not.
Oh, we're not good.
Cole is our producer. Cole suggesting, I believe, what he thinks to be perhaps the ugliest livery of the bunch.
What?
Mauricio Delgado.
It's tropical, goddammit.
It does look kind of.
If that was some ice cream, you'd definitely want to eat it.
Not really. I can't think of what yellow ice cream I'd want to.
Lemon.
I don't like lemon ice cream.
That's a lie, and you know it.
I don't. You've never seen me eat ice cream, so I don't know why you say these things.
I mean, to be fair, I've only ever seen you eat one thing.
No, multiple things.
That's not true.
I ate many things at your place.
Oh yeah, that is true. There was ribs, there was chili.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's bread.
Indeed, there was bread.
The ribs were delicious.
Thank you.
And slowly but surely, everybody is making their way out on track.
Scott Nick quickly making his way to the front of the pack. He will officially be the winner, using no admin powers of his own at all.
I don't think so. He's driving the Lotus, which is supposedly one of the slower cars in the field, so it's going to be a tough one.
It's not that he's trying to win his own prizes.
Sebastian Voldarski racing the RaceDay.watch livery. Of course, the classic ESR look for Magic Heads Jack. So Kazchuk is at the front of the pack right now, so he'll be the man to set, theoretically, provisional pole. But he has to buy a Thierolf right behind him, and I feel like that provisional pole might be very short-lived.
Well, we are joined by the great Tracy Nick in chat. Greetings, madam.
Indeed. A Go Scott.
Good old Scotchy Nick. Something with the dreams that Scotch Nicholas soon would be there. Can't remember the whole thing. It's been a while since I paid attention to Christmas stuff.
True.
Whoa.
Somebody off the track there. I'm entirely sure who that was. It's a livery that I have not quite. I think that's Yannick Parkenings, which, by the way, racing with a keyboard, which we salute him for his effort. That matters. We salute him for his efforts on that one, that's for sure. Tough time.
Here to shift, he has to headbutt the number pad.
Does lead to a lot of very digital inputs on the car wheel. Put it that way. Ride on board with him for a little bit here. A couple of time lapse have begun. And again, it'll probably be Magic Kazchuk who will coast the first time. We got Thierolf in order after him, followed by Adam Stewart. That would make sense. And Dominic Reiser. So those are the names to look forward to here in the early going. Oh, we have two STs. That's gonna be lovely because we have Peter Stefani as well. Scott Nick sporting a really cool looking car.
Correct.
The evil wizard. Lotus Exige. Yeah. It's the Exige. Followed by Paul Riccobeni's Aston Martin inspired Audi R8.
I'd like to send commiserations and condolences out to Martin Edmonds, who is currently having his tubes tied, or what was that? Appendicitis, that's what it is.
Magic Kazchuk heading towards the final turn to put up the first lap time here. He's got Thierolf right behind him, so those will be the first two across the line with theoretically with legal times. I mean, I don't know if they've invalidated the lap in it. But there they are. Kazchuk putting up a 203, basically flat, and a 201.568 for Thierolf. He heads to the pole position. Reiser, Adam Stewart also putting up lap times. Everything very much in a state of flux as the times come in. Voina leave you coming into second place then. Barnaby Dude up to fourth. Joshua Culbreth seventh, and Alfie Bevan a surprisingly low eighth place, considering Bevan is a legit threat for pole position. Not a great opening lap. Everybody looking to go faster on their second lap. Well, almost everybody. There's a couple of exceptions to that, but a lot of people are up on their deltas right now. So times will change, will improve, will go in a generally positive direction.
We hope.
I would expect our pole position to be around 2 minutes.
But what if it's 1 minute and 99 seconds?
Well, that would be really bad.
Correct.
Joshua Milanese taking pole position with a 201 flat, basically 201.031. The new mark to beat. Sporting his BMW M Power livery. The man to look for a time here, though, is Dominic Reiser, who's 1 second up on his PB right now. So should be improving notably. Not a threat for pole position necessarily. Oh, there he comes across the line in 5th place. As I was talking about it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ricardo Costa currently is in the pit lane. Everybody else is on track. Looking to see anybody else who's on a really hot one right now. Steve Davidson looks like he's got a hot lap going. He's up about 7/10 right now on his personal best. Now, mind you, he's down in 13th place, so that personal best would still only take him up. It'd be flirty with the top 10, but not super high. See if anybody cracks the 201 mark here. Tobias Thierolf might have a shot at it. He's about 3/10 up right now. As we pick up Steve Davidson in his Brabham. I appreciate the use of the Brabham BT.
Is that not a Lamborghini?
That is not a Lamborghini.
Interesting.
That is a Brabham, which is, of course, the car company founded by three-time Formula One world champion Jack Brabham. And basically Australia's first racing family, basically.
Oh, so it's a Holden.
No. The Brabham Formula One team, of course, won the F1 Constructors titles in 1966, 1967, and 1983, I do believe. Also added a Drivers' Championship in 1981, courtesy of Nelson Piquet, which is a little bit unfortunate because Nelson Piquet in recent times has revealed himself to be a bit of a dick. And,
well, we got a solution for that. He has to stand in front of the cars from now on.
One of the great Brazilian drivers, though. One of 2 3-time Brazilian world champions.
The other one being Kimi Räikkönen.
No, Ayrton Senna.
Oh, yeah.
Raikkonen only won one world title, unfortunately. Could have been more. But he won just the 2007 F1 world title. The last championship Ferrari won. 3rd place for Tim Anderson. I'm going to say Tim Anderson more than once. I'm going to be quite honest about that. I'm trying. I think Sebastian Voldarski has a timing error because according to the live timing, he's 111 seconds up on his personal best. I doubt that. So I believe we are probably getting a transponder on that one.
It's, somebody went forehead over tea kettle.
That was Benjamin Marriott finding the tire wall. Top 5 still Milanese, Thierolf, Riccobeni's up into 3rd place, followed by Anderson and Levy.
Ooh, baby, I'm gonna leave you.
No one in the 2 minutes yet. Oh, I say that and it happens. Alfie Bevan taking pole position, a 2-minute .817 lap time. I was still, to be honest, I'm still expecting a couple of tenths to come off that time. I was expecting something close to 2 minutes. I was expecting a flirtation.
Joke's on you. No foreplay.
Well, Bevan is currently about 3/10 up, so he may have a better lap in him yet. On board with Tim Anderson, currently in 5th place. Representing the Lamborghini Huracan, he is the top Lamborghini in the field. Car-wise, we have a Brabham in 1st place, followed by 2 BMWs, an Audi, Lamborghini, BMW, another Brabham, another BMW, a KTM Expo. Dominic Reiser is the top for that brand, and Voldarski's Lamborghini. Here's your top 10.
And some scrambled Koenigseggs.
No Koenigseggs, but it would have been cool to have one. Not gonna lie.
And a Zonda. Zonda would have been neat.
Zonda would have been neat, yes.
Cole wants Gumpert. Yes, Gumpert. Anything that sounds that ugly needs to go that fast.
It's a pretty ugly car. I'm not gonna lie. The Gumpert Apollo is not the most attractive of cars.
Forrest Gumpert.
I do enjoy driving it in race room, though. It's actually a fairly comfortable drive.
Gump.
It was my favorite of the. It was my favorite of the old GTX series cars in race room. They merged them with GT1, and I haven't raced them much since. I don't know. They may have changed their handling characteristics, but the Gumpert was my favorite.
We have a question from Jake Falls in chat. Wants to know how he acquires said cars that are being portrayed here in the server.
I unfortunately do not know a lot about modifications for AC. So, Cole, would you like to provide us with those details, and or you can provide them to me, and I can provide them to the viewing public?
The best way would probably be looking at Guerilla Mods. Some cars have liveries with that on it. They're generally either mods or free, but I'm not sure about these ones. I think they are. I think it was with Davidson that had one. Yeah, Guerilla Mods. Guerilla-mods.de. Represent. They do good work.
Oh, there you go. Top 5 is unchanged since I last ran it down, so nothing at the top of the pile changing, but there's some things happening throughout the rest of the field. Improvements being made. Someone who's currently on a hot lap is this man, Jeffrey Stanton. About 4/10 up right now. And he'll come across the line and indeed improve to 8th place. So good lap. Putting up a 2:02.576. Picking up Steve Davidson in the Brabham. Dominic Reiser is on a belter. He's about a half second up right now. And we are with Paul Riccobeni, who's about a quarter second up on his time. So might have a top 3 time here. If you can get it. Top Audi at the moment.
Top guys.
Tin Anderson's also got a decent lap up. He's about 4/10 up right now. So Anderson and Riccobeni might have something to say with the top guys. Just checking to see if anybody else is on a particularly good lap. Not really seeing anybody else. Aside from, well, okay, again, I'm pretty sure that this is a timing glitch, but Ronald Torrens might be on a... might be improving by 4 minutes, but I kind of doubt that.
The Torren might be on a charge?
Might be on a charge. But that would place him in a negative lap time, which I don't believe is possible.
Time is merely a construct of your own ego. Or something.
Dominic Reiser putting up his best lap. But unfortunately not enough to move him up from 10th place. Picking up Voina Leaview. 6th place at the moment. Or it says 6th. I have him at 7th on the there we are. Seventh on the official timing, which is a bit interesting. I have Barnaby Dude. Oh, I see the problem. Barnaby Dude and Voina Leaveu have the exact same time. So the live timing has them in reverse order to the game. So we'll go with the game in the case of the tiebreaker, but their best time is both a 2:02.461.
And as is tradition, they will be taken to the special chamber and merged into one being.
Quite possibly. Probably what that is that the live timing app may be using a different tiebreaker criteria than the game is. Well, hopefully one of them will go faster and break that tie. New fastest lap of the session, Elfie Bevan. He was already on pole, but he has extended his pole lead with a 2:07.96. Also a new fastest lap for Joshua Milanese with a 2:09.2. And also Tobias with a 2:01.339. So it is getting faster out there, although to be clear, I still think that it's a little bit. I think it's a little bit off what I was expecting.
Well, I was expecting 20-second laps.
So with only 2 minutes to go, so any chance for an improvement is going to have to come very, very shortly. Magic Cash Chuck as well as Barnaby Dude are on belter laps right now, looking to improve notably, as well as Jeffrey Stanton. On board with the pole sitter at the moment, Alfie Bevan. And he'll have one more lap. He just went the fastest of all, 2:00.554. Setting a pretty comfortable lead, actually. He's got a couple of tenths. Tobias Thierolf is not on a very good lap right now, so is this going to be his last lap? I'm trying to pick up where he is on the track right now. Can't make him out, which means he's probably like kind of on top of another car. Oh, he's in the pits. There you go. There's your answer. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure Alfie Bevan's going to take the pole position then. The next 4 cars are all in the pits. The next highest rated car that is on track is this man, Henrik Andreasen. And he's a fair bit back. He's his best lap is a 2:02.223. So he would have to take over a second off his lap time to threaten for pole. Might be able to get to the top 3 though, or top 5 though. He is only 0.003 of a second off of 5th place.
I mean, usually he only threatens for pole once he's had a few drinks at the bar.
Oh.
Yo.
Just seeing Henrik a little bit further up on the grid, actually. He's a fantastic single lap qualifier. His weakness tends to be more of a race pace related issue. Probably explained by the fact that he generally, when we're commentating on him, he has relatively high ping, and obviously there's some limitations that come with that. So we got Andreasen on track. We've got Costa on track. We've got, I'm not sure who that is, Josiah Jerome, and we've got MAR, which is... I'm not sure. Normally that would be Rick Martel or somebody, but he's not here.
I believe it was because he's off being too attractive somewhere.
Andreasen unable to improve on his... Well, he did improve on his lap time. No, he did not. Pardon me. Did not improve on his lap time. Ricardo Costa unable to improve as well. 2 laps to go. 2 times, I should say. MAR, whoever that happens to be, as well as Josiah Jerome on track. Benjamin Marriott. There we go. Thank you.
And his cousin Dave Holiday in.
We have chat.
Have we?
There is one keyboard player I could say to Motorsport Meister, who asked that in the chat if there was controllers or everyone's on wheel. I believe everybody but Yannick is on a wheel, but I could be mistaken. The most popular steering wheel brand in the field is Thrustmaster. 8 cars represented by that. Logitech on 7. Fanatec on 5. There is one other unknown brand. And 3 SimMagic and 3 SimCube. Benjamin Marriott is also on a controller. There we go. Thank you, Benjamin. We have 15 people who have listed themselves as full racing rig with seat, steering wheel, and pedals. 9 people have DIY makeshift mounts for steering wheels and pedals. 2 game controllers, 1 keyboard. That is your breakdown. As we await for the race to go, so your full grid will be Alfie Bevan from Joshua Milanese, Tobias Thurl, Paul Riccobeni, Tin Anderson, Henrik Andreasen, Jeffrey Stanton, Vonya Leaview, Barnaby Dude, Sebastian Woldarski. I think Leaview and Dude might be in the opposite order, according to the game. Magic Kashchuk, Dominic Reiser, Adam Stewart, Josiah Jerome, down in 14th place. That is weird. Matea Bianco, Steve Davidson, Nick Peterson down in 17th place, followed by Joshua Colbreth, Ronald Tarlins, Yuri Kratachville, Mauricio Delgado Scott Nick. By the way, Mauricio Delgado Scott Nick, it is the Byron Row. James Butler, Peter Stefani, Taka Mariuka, Yannick Parakinings, Ricardo Costa, and Benjamin Marriott, your 28-car grid. Yes. We would like to also thank RaceDay.watch for being the host and organizers of this event, and ESR, which has the co-promoting duty here. You can see that on Magic Cash. Check the car here. Here's one of the... Oh, he just got disconnected from the server. Could be a problem. Hopefully that can be resolved. And Guerilla Mods, of course, for providing some of the cars. Taking a tour of some of the liveries here. We're trying to remember who has other ESR liveries. I don't know.
I like that Costa's got the blue P funnel just in case he has to go on the way.
Mm-hmm. We, of course, have members of Petrolheads as well as Tugas here as well. So a lot of racing communities in play. We have lost 2 cars from the servers, so hopefully whatever technical difficulty is going on there can be resolved for the start of the race. Your top Brabham in the field is pole sitter Alfie Bevan. Your top BMW driver is Joseph Milanese, who will be starting on the front row. Paul Riccobeni will be starting 4th for Audi. Lamborghini has 5th place with Tin Anderson. And KTM's top car, Dominic Reiser, who will be starting from 12th place. So Lotus is the weakest brand. Nick Peterson is their top driver in 18th place. So rough times if you're a Lotus fan here today. Here we go. And we're off here for race number 1 at Sebring. Alfie Bevan is off to a good start and keeping the lead, although Joseph Milanese is alongside. Into turn 1, here we go. Hopefully everybody can get through cleanly.
I mean,
it's going to be Bevan leading the way. from Milanese, then Theorol. 4th place for Tin Anderson. He's up a spot. Henrik Andreassen's up a spot as well into 5th place, along with Barnaby Dude. Paul Riccobeni off to a bad start. He's down to 7th place. There he is, getting very close. A couple of very close moments there. Adam Stewart going side by side. Somebody is off the track. One of the blue BMWs. But they seem to be okay. Oh, contact!
Oh, boy.
There is a spinning car in the background. Very badly damaged. That cannot be good. That is Dominic Reiser, who lost control of the car and is falling back. Somebody else is in the wall. That is Yuri Kratachvil in the other KTM as well. So a bad start for the KTM crew. Leading the way, it is still Alfie Bevan. Rounding off the top 10, it is Milanese, Theorolf, Anderson, Andreasen. That's gonna be tough. Dude, Riccobeni, Stanton, Kaschuk, and Stewart.
I believe Alfie Bevan is short for Alfredo Beverage.
Quite possibly. So brand-wise, that is Brabham leading from BMW, Lamborghini, BMW, Brabham, Audi, BMW, Lamborghini, and Audi. That's your top 12. I'm not going any further. Not going further.
Come on, do the top 70.
There isn't a top 70.
I'll start making things up. It'll be fine.
The weakest brand again is Lotus. Although Scott Nick is off to a good start. He's up to 14th place.
The fix is in.
Actually, pardon me, 13th place. Pardon me if I get any of the positions wrong right now. The live timing currently has the spectator in first place, which is altering the positions. That appears to be fixing itself as the spectator is now falling backwards through the field. There is the lovely Lotus of Nick Peterson, who did not get a very good start. He is back down to 20th place. Somebody is in the pit lane. Let me see if that is signaled. It is Josiah Jerome, Vonia Leviu, are both heading in the pit lane along with Benjamin Marriott. So 3 early pit stoppers. I imagine they may have taken damage during that whole carnage with the KTMs at the start. Peter Stefani battling with Tin Anderson, who has dropped down to 14th place, having made a mistake. Evans still leading from Milanese, Theorolf, Dude, and Andreas, as Anderson makes short work of Peter Stefani. Joshua Colberth looking to go through as well in his very, very trippy BMW livery. And in the background there is the Lotus of Nick Peterson. Colberth down the inside of Stefani. But Stefani will have the inside line for the next turn. Does not matter. Colbert's got the better drive. And 14th place.
I did enjoy his rendition of Hollaback Girls. Oh, wrong Stefani, my bad.
And a spin for James Butler.
No! James, his neck will fall off.
He'll drop out of the top 20 as a result.
Anybody not in the know, James the Penny Farthing Predator Butler had himself a bit of an accident, a bit of a whoopsie on a bicycle, and injured his neck kind of a little.
Paul Riccobeni going around the outside of Henrik Andreasen to take 5th place away from the Norwegian driver? I forget which of the Scandinavian countries he's from. He's in the pit lane. Okay.
I believe it's Tajikistan.
It is not Tajikistan.
Oh, my bad.
It's either Iceland or Norway. pretty sure it's Norwegian. So we pick up the battle for 2nd place between Tobias Theorolf and Josh Milanese. Milanese getting dropped down a spot. And by the way, Alfie Bevan is just plowing off in the distance. Dude is up 3-4 seconds now. As Milanese goes down the inside of Theorolf. These two battling is only going to help the Brabham get further and further ahead. Adam Stewart picking up a spot over Sebastian Voldarski. They are battling it out for 8th place. Side by side. And Paul Riccobeni overtakes Barnaby Dude for 4th place in the Audi. Crutchville is in the pit lane. So he emerges. Looks like he is making his way out. As we get on board with Jeffrey Stanton, who's had a pretty solid start. And is up to 6th place in his BMW M2. Scott Nick is up to 12th place. Doing very well in the Lotus.
I have a sneaking suspicion he's been practicing.
Sneaking suspicion. Just a thought.
He may have selected this track on purpose.
I believe it was determined by vote, actually.
Oh, okay.
As
Yannick. There goes Keyboard Warrior.
Indeed, the keyboard is off the track.
We have confirmation that Homeboy is from Norway.
There we go. We have confirmation. I appreciate that.
Indeed.
I have the list with the flags on it if I really need to look it, but I kind of want the live timing on my other screen. Is Ronald Torrens makes an overtake on Dominic Reiser, and Josiah Jerome goes through. Reiser ends up at the wall. I'd have to put that blame on Reiser. Feels like he kind of turned into Josiah there, but he may see differently. And he will lose a spot to James Butler as well. Ronald Torrens also losing a spot to Josiah Jerome, so he gained a spot and lost a spot. In the same net 17th place he was already in. As Benjamin Marriott rejoins the track behind Mauricio Delgado. Matteo Bianco is in the pit lane. And Marriott is in the wall.
Yeehaw, let's go.
Having some hard time with the recovery there. Alfie Bevan is absolutely out there flying. He is just dominating right now as we pick up Joshua Culberth trying to pick up a spot over the Lotus of Scott Nick. He's in a Lotus sandwich with Nick Peterson right behind him as well.
Scotch Nicholas harnessing the power of wizardry.
Indeed! The power of Sauron compels you. Not Sauron. Saruman.
Either or.
Or Gandalf.
No, Gandalf is a good guy. Scott's obviously gone for the heel turn.
Scott is going with the heel turn here on this one. Culberth going down the inside as we get to watch a view from Nick Peterson's on board. And Scott Nick is off the track. That is a little bit problematic.
I'm trying to remember the name of the actual evil wizard from Wizards.
I'm not remembering it. I'm not remembering it.
I'm pretty sure it's Black Wolf.
Okay.
Let me do a little searchy search.
Indeed.
Wizards 1977.
New fastest lap of the race, courtesy of Alfie Bevan, 2-minute 1.411. In fact, a number of fastest laps on that last lap from Joshua Milanese, as well as Paul Riccobeni, Barnaby Dude, Sebastian Voldarski, and Adam Stewart, all doing their best laps of the race, as well as Scott Nick. So
I am correct. Black Wolf is the evil wizard.
There you go. Dominic Reiser in the pit lane. He's had a rough race. Was the leader of the KTM crew. And the KTM crew is not doing great today. Ronald Torrens, their top driver, in 17th place.
Also has the voice talents of one Mark Hamill.
He's in everything.
Practically.
Ricardo Costa is up to 19th place. We are at 1/3 distance into the race. Alfie Bevan leading the race by about 6 seconds over Josh Milanese, with Tobias Thirl, Paul Riccobeni, Barnaby Dude, Jeffrey Stanton, Magic Kaszczuk, Sebastian Voldarski, Adam Stewart, and Tin Anderson, your top 10. That is Brabham, BMW, Audi, Brabham, BMW, Lamborghini, BMW, and Lamborghini. Picking up the Lotus of Nick Peterson and Scott Nick, the two top Lotuses in the field, 12th and 13th. Might actually be the only two Lotuses now that I think about it. Oh no, James Butler is their third brand mate. I am told, I don't know, I don't have empirical data for this, but I am told it is the slowest car of the bunch.
Oh Lord, stuck in some low tie again. Isn't that multiple Lotuses are low tie?
Low ties, yeah.
That place in
Personal
LA.
best lap for Mauricio Delgado. Again, 24th place.
You gotta go to that low tie stadium.
The Black Low Tie Clan.
Perhaps.
Henrik Andreasen catching up to the Lotuses in his BMW M2. See what he can do.
Perhaps you should harness the power of Grayskull.
Perhaps. New fastest lap. Alfie Benevin putting up a 2:01.213. A lot of fastest laps still being set here. So they are cranking it out. We'll see if anybody can get below 2:01. My bet would be if anybody can, it's Bevan. By the way, the BMW racing the two Lotuses is kind of comical. Look at the size difference between these cars. That's what I said when I said the GT2 class is a little bit. It's a bit out there in terms of like the differences between the cars. On board with, or not on board, but on the bumper of Nick Peterson as he gets a bit wide. And they come down to the line. He will hang on to 13th for now. But can Anderson go around, or Andreasen go around the outside? Contact!
Oh boy.
And I would imagine the contact between these two cars would not go the Lotus's way. And Andreasen will indeed get himself into a Lotus sandwich.
What kind of top is he putting on that sandwich?
Well, I mean, there's, I
A little
imagine.
1030 weight.
I imagine there's some kind of mustard on there.
Grainy or no?
Grainy. Henrik is a grainy man.
That sounds kind of personal, but okay.
Goes down the inside of Scott Nick and has officially made the overtake on both Lotus drivers in relatively short order. He's up to 12th place. Should be mentioned, as you would expect, Scott Nick has the best ping in the field. Meaning that he is the server.
Does that mean I should ask him where the dip is for my fries?
The second best ping is Joshua Culperth, which I'm a little surprised by because I thought he was Australian.
Actually, he's in a tent outside Scott's house, just kind of stealing internet.
I'm going to check up if I am incorrect in stating that. Pardon me, he's American. Okay, so may just be geographically the closest man to Scott Nick. As Nick Peterson becomes the top Lotus driver, taking 13th off of ya boy Scott. Paul Riccobeni putting up his fastest lap of the race, a 2:01.695 last time around. Not the fastest lap of all, to be clear, but it is the second fastest. Fastest man not named Alfie Bevan.
Bevan Watch, 7.5-second lead.
Indeed. By God, that's Mike Stockmill's music. Josiah Jerome moving a little bit slowly there. Wonder if he's recovering from an off. Running in 14th place. ESR Academy product. Although he put himself down as the first ever ESR Academy champion. That is not correct. That honor belongs to Adele Foucault.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Being the guy who ran the academy at the time, I am sure. Josiah Jerome was definitely the fastest academy person back in season 1, but that was during the days of the laptop. And for those who do not know, Josiah Jerome, when he was racing the academy back in season 1, the laptop just literally fell apart. There was a race at Portimao where the screen of his laptop literally fell off the laptop as Ronald Tarrans loses a spot there to James Butler. And let's just say that like such instances cost him some points, and he probably should have been the first champion, but he was not as a result. He was the season 2 advanced champion, which was a series I raced in. James Butler in the Lotus is our onboard camera view as he tries to hunt down Peter Stefani in the BMW. Butler showing a good kind of mid-race pace here as we're over halfway through. And we have our first sub 201 lap. It is, not surprisingly, Alfie Bevan. 2 minutes, 0.968. Fastest lap of the race as Butler moves to the inside, and Stefani does not fight terribly hard for that position. And Butler will move into 16th place.
Well, I mean, Butler does have that giant spoiler. It's very intimidating.
James Butler sporting the Wales flag.
He's wary.
The big old dragon. And Stefani also loses out to the KTM of Ronald Tarrans.
Is it true that no one's ever seen James Butler and Reese Evans at the same place at the same time?
I mean, probably.
Interesting.
I actually had a friend growing up named Reese Infred, which was interesting.
How interesting was it?
Well, he was an interesting dude. He had a massive scar across his face from a knife at some point. So.
Wow.
I would have to say that he lived a life that probably would make Reese Evans could play the character of.
Sounds like a good idea.
Reese Evans, by the way, very, very good in House of the Dragon. As Magic Kaschek puts up his fastest lap of the day. Hunting down Jeffrey Stanton.
Reese Evans is good in everything.
I can't disagree. I haven't seen anything that he's done that I did not thoroughly enjoy. I'm sure there's something. As we watch Kaschuk try to hunt down Stanton, Voldarski in the background. Stanton in 6th place, about 4 seconds off the top 5, represented by Barnaby Dude. Barnaby Dude having a lonely race. He's about 7.5 seconds behind and 4 seconds ahead. So he's kind of not really featured prominently. I think. Let's pick up an onboard with the Lamborghini of Sebastian Voldarski. Pardon me. He is the top Lamborghini in the field. Lamborghini not doing as well as perhaps expected. But it's mostly BMWs ahead of them, with the exception of a pair of Brabhams and the Audi of the exceptionally quick Paul Riccobeni and exceptionally speed. Multi-time 3D speed champion Paul Riccobeni. One of only 2 men to have achieved that feat. Kazchuk running in 7th still. Trying to find a way past Jeffrey Stanton.
Gonna pass him as if he's Stanton still.
We did lose somebody from the server. We're down to 27 cars. Also, Takamaruka is in the pit lane. Has been for a while, so there may be some kind of problem there. As we watch Tin Anderson trying to hunt down Adam Stewart. Stewart putting up his best lap of the race. 2:03.807. Not a particularly amazing lap, but it is his best. And it's good to see a guy putting up his best laps in the last half of the race. Indicates he's kept his tires reasonably in good shape. And the only people happy that Martin Evans is not here today is the tires. They breathed a sigh of relief when they heard that Martin was not coming. Benjamin Marriott has joined Takamaruka in the pits. As we watch Woldarski continue to try to hunt down Kazchuk and Stanton. Stanton goes very, very wide. It's going to let Kazchuk through. It's going to let Woldarski through as well. Woldarski going to go for 2 for 1. No, maybe. Gets down the inside. Inside line for Stanton. Or not for Stanton, for Kazchuk. But Woldarski is through. 2 for the price of 1 for the Lamborghini. Takes both the BMWs.
Cha-cha.
Moving into 6th place. Paul Riccobeni putting up his fastest lap of the race. 2:01.151. Good enough to be second quickest. Notice Paul has been eating into the podium finishers or positions lately. He's 1 second behind them now. Byron, is this the first time we're getting Paul Riccobeni versus Tobias Thurl? Am I not mistaken?
If it isn't, I don't remember what it would have been.
Interesting.
So
showdown.
therefore, yes.
Interesting showdown as the Audi tries to get onto the podium. Not much else going right for Audi right now. Josiah Jerome is down in 14th position, and that is the only other Audi in the field. So yeah, they are a 2-car brand right now. Just watching the lap times, see if anybody else is doing something particularly cool. Personal best lap for Scott Nick. As we pick up Tin Anderson trying to run down Adam Stewart. He goes to the inside. And Stewart hangs on again. Stewart does seem to not really be at his level as far as pace is concerned, but has been doing a magnificent job of defending that 9th place. Should be mentioned, these two, as it stands right now, would be the front row for row 2, because it is a top 10 reverse grid. So, right now, Tin Anderson is the man on pole.
So, he's taking bronze.
No.
I'm gonna keep making metal jokes. Doesn't matter.
I'm not opposed. Josiah Jerome on the tail of Scott Nick. Oh, Scott Nick has somehow gotten well ahead of Nick Peterson. So something happened with Peterson, I assume. He just dropped back to 15th place. As Josiah Jerome with the Yeti sponsored car. Byron, how does it feel to be sponsoring a car in this field?
I mean, feel pretty good. Want to do good, so you try and do good. Give 110%. It's a little blurry, but that's to be expected with Yetis.
Down the inside into turn one. Here we go. Josiah Jerome is going to make that pass look actually pretty easy. I was over dramatizing that. That is 13th place for the second Audi. Personal best lap for Tobias Thierol for 2:01.662. Also personal best for Voldarski and Cash. So good, a good lap for the Polish community. As Tim Anderson is determined to get past Adam Stewart, and can he defend against the cutback? Maybe. Oh boy, that BMW has great traction around the outside. I will say that. And Adam Stewart is still going to hang on to 9th place. A fantastic battle here in the closing minutes of race number 1 for pole position in race number 2. Although, to be clear, they're actually arguing not to be on pole. There is Tobias there. Oh, somebody in the pit lane. That is Benjamin Marriott exiting the pits. Really rough day for the KTMs. They are 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th. The only one that is not in that mix is Ronald Tarns, who's 17th. Adam Stewart continuing to hang on against Tim Anderson. Or Tim Anderson. As he again is applying the pressure. Looking down the inside again. Lamborghini versus BMW. And it is... does he have it this time? I don't know. Adam Stewart has been so good at fighting back, even though he doesn't really have the pace. And hey, thank you, camera guy. Looks like Anderson does indeed have it this time. Jeffrey Stanton, by the way, has dropped considerably back to Kaschuk. I imagine there was a mistake there. He's 12 seconds behind a car that he was battling very much side by side at one point. Yuri Kotachfield into the pit lane.
I was going to say, I think he's having his horn adjusted.
Henrik Andreasen down the inside of Joseph Colbert, or Joshua Colbert, pardon me. And that is the battle for 11th place. Colbert, gets nudged into a spin.
Nice.
And Henrik Henrik Andreasen taking the Byron Dirksen School of Driving and put him in the wall.
Put him in the wall, baby.
They're all still running in third. Still has a shot at second place there. Right ahead of them. Ahead of him is Joshua Milanese. And in behind them, that is Paul Riccobeni in the Aston Martin-inspired Audi. Who was the fastest of them last time around? The answer is Thero. It was a 2:01.571. Probably onto the final lap. These guys. Depends if I can get a look at where the race leader is. Where is Mr. Bevan? I don't think he'll be able to get it done. Another lap done in the time remaining. So yeah, probably the final lap here. Magic Kazchuk on the tail of Sebastian Voldarski as they are battling it out for 6th position. ESR versus RaceDay.watch. RaceDay.watch hanging on against ESR right now. Are these two the top? Yeah, these are the top ESR and RaceDay.watch cars, respectively. There are obviously other people from both communities higher up, but they are repping other sponsors. They are not the flagship car. As we are finishing it up here. Approaching the end of the race. Bevan is heading towards the final turn right now.
He runs out of gas.
And we do have the leaders on the final lap prompt. And there it is, Alfie Bevan. heading towards the checkered flag and victory here in race 1 for the Brabham. Mark, a bit of a surprise, but he was fast all the way through qualification, all the way through practice, and a dominant showing here in race number 1 for the Brabham Mark and Alfie Bevan. The number 28 car is triumphant. Second place up for grabs here. This is not second place. This is Andreasen trying to track down Culbreth. And Josiah Jerome in behind is the opportunistic hunter at this point. Second place has gone to Milanese, Theorolf, Rickabetti, Dude. All finish Voldarski in 6th place. Kaschuk 7th. 8th will be, I imagine, Jeffrey Stanton, although he is under some late pressure here by this man, Tin Anderson. But not enough time. And in the meantime, 11th place is up for grabs. Can Andreasen get through? I think he can, and he just did. On board with Josiah Jerome. Top 10 is finished up by Adam Stewart. So pole position for Adam Stewart in race number 2 is my belief. We'll see if that is correct. Andreasen, Culbreth, Jerome, 11th, 12th, and 13th. Scott Nick in the top Lotus, taking home 14th, ahead of teammate Nick Peterson and James Butler. Actually, it's 3 Lotuses in a row. Ronald Torrens will be the top KTM in 17th place at the end of this, although Peter Stefani is trying to take that spot from him in these last couple of corners. But it is Torrens, then Stefani. Vonya Leaveu will be 19th, ahead of the keyboard warrior himself, Yannick Parakining, in 20th place, ahead of Ricardo Costa, Matteo Bianco, Mauricio Delgado, Dominic Reiser, Yuri Kratashvili, and Benjamin Marriott, your 26 finishers. Congratulations to all of the above for a phenomenal race. And hopefully even better in race number 2.
Indeed. Top 10 reverse grid. That means that the guys that are in the top 10 have to flip the cars upside down and race backwards.
It will make it harder for Alfie Bevan, who really, outside of having to battle at turn 1 with Joshua Milanese, had no real challenge in this race. So we'll see if he can come through traffic.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll find out. We'll find out if he has, shall we say, Stoffmeal potential.
If he is channeling his inner Mike Stoffmill, or if he's... I can't really think of who I would compare him to if he can't.
Everybody who's not Mike Stoffmill.
Well, there's other people that have been able to. Matt Higgs is usually irresistible, and Max Simmons, they tend to also come through the grid.
Virtually everybody isn't Mike Stoffmill.
That's true. So who are you... Any hot takes as to who you think is going to be a man to look out for here in race number 2?
Mauricio Delgado will win by a count out in the 4th round.
My guy to look out for is Tin Anderson. He had a pit stop in race 1, which was not required, and he still came back to finish 9th. And he is going to be starting 2nd place here. So I think there's a lot of potential in that Lamborghini.
I mean, Lamborghinis are pretty fast. Also, am I the only one having a seizure right now, or
it is blinking? Somebody else I'm looking forward to. I mean, obviously Adam Stewart will be starting on the pole position, and he was very hard to get around in race number 1. So I am looking forward to seeing what he can do from a pole. Also, really like the livery. Love it. 2 thumbs up. Way up. The green in the Empire. Yeah. All right. So the reverse grid would put... I just lost the results from race 1 over on the live timing. Anyways.
You're the worst.
It will put Adam Stewart and Tin Anderson on the front row. Magic Cash Chuck will start from P3. It'll be interesting to see that. And then it is going to be Stanton, Dude, Voldarski, and Rickleban. Oh, it's all messed up now. But here we go. Here we go. Off to the races we go. Adam Stewart is falling back. Couple people, I think, electing to start from the pit lane, which is interesting. I'm correct on that, including Joshua Milanese, Tobias Thirol, Ricardo Costa, all starting from the pit lane. Adam Stewart in the lead, leading it through the first couple of turns here. Coming up behind him, trying to get that lead is Tin Anderson, and he is going to do it. Sebastian Voldarski also to the inside in the RaceDay.watch car, but he will have to settle for third place, at least for now. Fourth place for Jeffrey Stanton, fifth place for Barnaby Dude. Alfie Bevan is up to sixth already, ahead of Magic Cash Chuck, Henrik Andreas, and Josiah Jerome. Fantastic start for him. Paul Riccobeni is rounding off the top 10. Riccobeni did not get a good start.
A lot cleaner through the first couple turns this time. So, I mean, less entertaining.
No barrel roll in KTM. That's generally positive.
I do enjoy when somebody goes helicopter style.
Barnaby Dude in fifth place. He's finished in fifth place in race 1, so he's right back there in race number 2.
With the official Petrohead channel in chat. Welcome, gentlemen.
Down the inside, look there from Dude on Jeffrey Stanton. Nothing doing. There is race 1 winner Alfie Bevan right behind him in the fellow Brabham. And he'll take that fifth place pretty easily, honestly. Oh, no, Dude fighting back. All right, no brand loyalty there. And he is actually going to stay ahead. Meantime, Tin Anderson continues to lead. Bevan off the track. And that opens a lot of doors there. Henrik Andreasen down the inside in fifth place. Josiah Jerome trying to go around the outside in the Audi. Paul Riccobeni also getting past Alfie Bevan. Bevan slipping back all the way to 10th behind Culbreth, who's off to a great start as well. Butler, Peterson, Leaview. Bianco's off to a great start up to 14th place. Scott Nick, Parakinning, Reiser, Torrens, Kaschuk, Delgado, Thirolf, Kratashvili, Milanese, and Costa. In the pit lane is Adam Stewart. That is not good. The race pole sitter in the pit lane early. Penalty, maybe? Perhaps.
Too many men on the ice.
Could have jumped the start. Yeah, I was gonna say could be a jump start. And Josiah Jerome going side by side with Barnaby Dude. In the battle for fifth position, right behind them is Paul Riccobeni in the additional Audi. And then race 1 winner, Alfie Bevan in 8th place. 3 wide. Oh boy. Oh boy.
A little bit of a squeeze.
Gentlemen, think of the children. Think of the children.
Do it. Do it.
Barnaby Dude and Paul Riccobeni trading some paint. Josiah Jerome does end up in 5th place. Both Audis trying to get through. Another 3 ride as Alfie Bevan comes in. No! Contact! Dude gets spun out by Riccobeni, and the man who is on the scene to pick up a spot is Joshua Culbreth up in his 7th place.
The Dude is not abiding.
Going to leave you up into 9th, and it is the Lotus of Nick Peterson, who's in the top 10. Much better race so far for KTM, it should be mentioned. Torrens, Reiser, Delgado, all in the top 20. As we pick up on board with the Romanian driver, Vonia Liviu. Currently running in 9th. Had a rough race 1, having a better race 2. Paul Riccobeni goes on the attack against Culbreth, but it has the door closed. Alfie Bevan also on the attack against Josiah Jerome. Up ahead. Down, around the outside actually. Can he do it? Nope. I don't think so. Somebody is off there, but I think it's a lapped car. It's Benjamin Marriott. Who I think has been having some technical difficulties.
technically.
Indeed, he keeps saying he's getting kicked, so could be a ping issue. We roll down there. Doesn't have a much higher ping than... Doesn't even have the highest ping on the server, so I don't know. But there is a problem going on there as Alfie Bevan continues to battle with Josiah Jerome. Riccobetti did overtake Culberth and is up into 7th place. Meantime, Tim Anderson continues to lead from Sebastian Voldarski and Henrik Andreasen. Bevan going around the outside and gets the job done against the Audi of Josiah Jerome. Jeffrey Stanton is in 4th place. And it's Bevan, Jerome, Riccobetti, Culberth, Livu, and Bianco into the top 10. And Josiah Jerome coming back at him. ESR Academy champion. Trying to get the job done. But nothing doing so far. Barnaby Dude back in 12th place in the Lotus Sandwich of Peterson and Nick. Kaschuk, Parakinning. Oh, never mind. Parakinning off the track. Caster's Curse.
Caster's Curse not as good as Caster Sugar. It's official.
Still a salute to Yannick Parakinning for the keyboard effort.
Indeed. I tried it once, didn't go well.
You are familiar with one track and one track only, Portimao.
No, I'm not. I'm not familiar with that even a little bit.
You're familiar with Bay. Paul Riccobetti up behind Josiah Jerome battle for Audi supremacy between the two. Riccobetti did not get a very good start, I will say that, and he is going to maybe find a way through here. And the Cognizant Audi moving past the Yeti Audi, maybe, for 6th position. And he is through. In the background there, Joshua Culberth getting shoved around a bit by Vonya Leviu. On board there. Bianco, Dude, Peterson, Kaschuk, Theorolf is down in 15th after starting from the pits. Ahead of Parakinning, Butler, Stewart, Delgado, and Torrance. A couple of really fast drivers not in the action at the front because of questionable decisions to start from the pit lane, but we'll see if it works out for them. As Butler and Stewart have contact and end up off the track.
You think they're starting from the pit lane just to take advantage of the corn dog special?
Maybe. Byron, have you set up the corn dog stand in the pit lane again?
That would be a pretty good idea, I think.
Selling off the Yeti brand corn dogs?
Indeed.
On board with Vonya Leviu. Down the inside of Joshua Culberth and into 8th place, I think. Although that BMW has fantastic outside traction. And Culberth actually made him work for that one. Couple of fastest laps. By the way, fastest lap watch here. Who's got it? Looks like it is race leader Tim Anderson at a 2:02.172. That will not stand. We know we'll see some 2:01s and maybe even 2-minute lap times before the end of this race. As Leviu lost out again, Joshua Culberth. And a couple of spots changing hands. Barnaby Dude picking up a spot over Mattia Bianco, and Magic Kaschuk overtaking Nick Peterson. And further back, Delgado overtaking Parakinning, Malaise taking over from Torrance.
You call him mayonnaise?
It's Milanese, I think. It was not mayonnaise.
Did you say cauliflower too, mate?
There actually is a racer that I've raced a couple of times with, endurance-wise. And when I say race with, I mean he's been on the same grid. I don't even know if I've been in the car at the same time as him. But his last name is actually Mayo, which is pretty good.
Did he open a clinic?
Needs to find a teammate named Mustard.
That'd be pretty good. I would relish that.
Actually, now that I think about it, there is actually a racer named with the last name Dijon. So, like, Dijon, Mayo, come on. You guys got to get together and get in the same car. And up at the front, Sebastian Voldarski making a mistake, opening the door for Henrik Andreasen as well as race 1 winner Alfie Bevan. And Bevan's going to overtake Andreasen actually for 3rd place. So Alfie Bevan is, I don't know, what do you say on the 10-point stop mill scale? What is his performance so far?
So far, we're up to like an 8.5.
All right. He's into 3rd place, having started in 10th. In the meantime, Tin Anderson has pulled out a 5.3 second gap at the front of the field. Peterson and Costa are both in the pit lane. Not sure if that's damage, serving a penalty of some kind. I'm not sure. They are in the pit lane. As we are on board with race 1 winner and the Brabham Mark leader, Alfie Bevan.
All I know is that Mauricio Delgado is morally winning this.
By the way, after having a rough first race, Lamborghini is currently running 1-2. They were probably the most disappointing brand in the first race, so it would be nice to see them strike back here today.
Oh, we got a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Renee Irmer in chat.
Renee.
Would like to reciprocate said statement and feelings.
Indeed.
In the most clinical way possible.
And I'm not sure if I'm going to go clinical with it, but...
Well, I just kind of said it like that. I didn't really mean to, but there it is.
Renee, always a pleasure having Renee in the chat or on the track. A classy driver. As Paul Riccobeni goes down the inside of Jeffrey Stanton for 5th place.
Your boy Alfredo Beverage looking to possibly do some damage.
Mm-hmm. Up in that 3rd place, trying to take it away, or trying to take 2nd place away from your boy, Sebastian Voldarski.
Not my boy.
Bevan, by the way, is taking the fastest lap at a 2:01.278, as he is going side by side with Voldarski for the for 2nd place, and he's got it. Other members of the other member of the 201 club, Paul Riccobeni, 201.889.
See, this is the thing. If Paul Riccobeni had race actual races, we'd get to commentate on them.
Mm-hmm. Paul Riccobeni will also be on the Seasons Beatings Discord card.
Is he going to be dropping elbows on fools?
He has been challenged by one Zane Quackenbush.
Insanity. Insane in the membrane.
Mm-hmm. And I do say Zane's name is just fun to say. Quackenbush. On board with Paul Riccobeni. Running in 5th place at the moment. Finished P4 in race 1. Would love to add a podium here in race number 2. Audi having a solid outing here with 5th and 7th place. Their 2 cars. A solid outing, yes. Tin Anderson continues to lead by about 6 seconds over Bevan. We'll be watching that gap pretty closely, I think, for the next couple of laps.
I'd like to state for the record that your boy Ben Riccopoli here has a pretty solid looking car.
Tin Anderson, by the way, with his fastest lap of the race, but it is a 2:02.063. Still lost 0.2 of a second to Bevan last time around.
But then go get it done.
It is not. Not
Oh,
likely. We'll put it that way.
oh,
Oh, no!
Yeah, get him, Butler. Give him the pit.
James Butler gets the keyboard warrior. Yannick Parakinnings again.
Straight up give him the pit maneuver. Well done. I think the stewards are going to have a look at that one.
Indeed. I don't know what the stewarding process for this race is.
Me neither.
It's a standalone race, so I'm not sure what you can do. But
this is like pickup basketball. You got to report your own fouls and stuff.
A little bit. Paul Riccobetti trying to get around the outside of Henrik Andreasen. We watch from the onboard of the BMW of Jeffrey Stanton.
Hey, Jeff, give him the pit. It'd be awesome. Here you go, just dive right in there.
It is, I think, going to be Andreasen who hangs on here. That BMW has had impressive traction around the outside against a lot of cars. Just don't think Paul's got him this time, but we'll see. We'll see. We've got the best seat in the house.
Stanton's got to be a little annoyed. Fuck out the way!
Riccobetti is ahead again. Inside line, though, goes back to Andreasen. Man, they've gone side by side for like 6 corners. This is incredibly impressive.
All right, Jeff, just pick one and put them in the wall. And then...
There are drivers who do not in their entire career get to appreciate this kind of side-by-side driving. And it is still going on between Henrik Andreasen and Paul Riccobetti. And Jeffrey Stanton is getting the front view on the matter here. Fastest lap of the race, 2:01.110 from Alfie Bevan. And it is going to be Riccobetti, I think, finally getting that 4th place away from Henrik Andreasen.
Meanwhile, Bevan's knocked like 1.5 seconds off the lead.
He did. Last lap, he was 1.3 seconds faster than Tin Anderson. And to be clear, it was not a bad lap from Anderson. It was only about 0.4 off his best. Speaking of personal bests, Adam Stewart putting up his personal best down in the 17th place. Tobias Thierolf overtaking Magic Kashchuk for 11th. The German just comes in there and overtakes the Polish guy. We've seen this movie before.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bivu up 11 spots. Started very far down the order.
Super producer Cole has supplied us with the positional war rankings. If you're a baseball person,
Bianco up 9 spots and Bevan up 8.
Liviu's up 11.
Yeah, Liviu had a pretty poor race 1. I thought had top 10 pace and finished in 19th place. So not actually all that surprised.
Bevan's getting closer.
He is. Just put up another fastest lap, 2 minutes, 0.73. First person into the sub 2 minute 1 lap times. For comparison purposes, last lap around for Anderson was 2:02.383. So he lost 1.6 seconds. It is, we're probably looking at only about 2 more laps before that is really a problem, as Tobias Thierolf is trying to get past Joshua Culberth here for 10th place. Culberth on a bit of a free fall, was kind of at an elevated position, but he didn't really have the pace to maintain, losing out to Barky Dude, Liviu not that long ago as well. And I think Thierolf and Kashchuk will be through before long. That was Yuri Kurtachvil getting out of the way. And down the inside, that is the spot for Thierolf. Finished P3 in race 1. And is looking to make his way further into the top 10 as he takes 10th place away from Joshua Culberth. Culbreth is not done with him, though. These BMW drivers have a lot of confidence in their ability to go side by side and maintain good traction. And further back, you can see Magic Kazchuk there in the ESR.
Entirely magical.
Personal best lap for Dominic Reiser. Very respectable 203.1. Let's see. We got Bevan coming across the line now. Put up a 201.366, 202.743. So that's another 1.4 taken out of the leader. A number of fastest laps, though, being put up here. Welcome to the 201 club, Henrik Andreasen. 201.839. And Barnaby Dude under pressure now from Tobias Thierolf. We'll see if Dude can hang on against Thierolf for a while. Thierolf finished third, Dude finished fifth in race 1, so it would be interesting to see what the speed comparison there was. Dude wasn't quite in his club as far as pace is concerned, but we'll see what the Brabham has.
Your boy Antonio Beveridge flirting with less than a second away from first place.
Keeping an eye on when they come across the line to get another update on their lap times. They're only about halfway through the lap now. As we ride on board with Peterson, who is overtaking Yannick Parakinings. Or no, pardon me, James Butler. Yannick is next on his list. So I got the Welshman, and now his job will be to try to get past the keyboarder. And that was pretty easy, to be honest. Peterson is through and up into 19th place. Lap time watch. Last time around, the gap between first and second place was 1.3 seconds on the lap. Tin Anderson is under pressure.
Not for long.
Not for long. Alfie Bevan is a man who doesn't mess around, doesn't take his time. I would say we are now officially at the 10 on the 10-point stop mill scale.
If he does it twice, then it's a 10. You do it twice in the same race, then that's a 10. You'll be a solid 9, and that's an excellent rating.
Paul Riccobeni on the tail of Sebastian Voldarski. Looking to get onto the podium this time. He was denied by just one spot last time. By the way, Thierolf got past Barnaby Dude, but is back behind him again. So Dude has fought back there. Lamborghini v Audi, the similar ownership, technically different brands. Both part of the extended Volkswagen Group family, which owns, frankly, just about anything you can think of. They do.
I love hearing Mike having this one-sided conversation.
He can talk in Discord. I think he's talking in Discord.
He is not, and it has not been.
Oh. My apologies. Myself and producer Cole were having a conversation about Volkswagen Group.
I was highly entertained. I was like, is he going to realize what's going on? No? Okay.
I don't know what Mike's talking about. He's losing it.
Dear Cole, sure.
No, I kid.
Hilarious.
Is now Thierolf on the tail of Barnaby Dude, and this is becoming a four-way fight with Joshua Culbreth and Magic Kazchuk also involved.
The most magical cabbage truck in the world.
A little bit disappointed in Josh Milanese, actually, because he, finished second in race number 1. It's fantastic, phenomenal. And, has made his way up to 13th place. But I was kind of expecting more, I guess, in a nutshell. As Voldarski again hangs on against Paul Riccobeni. No BMWs on the podium right now. In fact, the top BMW is Andreasen in 5th place.
Perhaps he stopped off to have his landlady out with her garbage.
Quite possible.
I managed to pop super producer Cole in the background.
Indeed. He did not expect the Mr. Anderson references.
It's fun to use on either Anderson or Andreasen, depending.
I do like. We could also do the parody one with I think it was the MTV Music Awards or Movie Awards or whatever. Wet Willie, Mr. Anderson.
I did like the Will Ferrell version of the can't remember the name of the white-haired dude.
The architect.
Architect. There you go.
There you go.
Vis-a-vis.
Vis-a-vis.
Started. Quid pro quo. Vis-a-vis. Starts throwing a tantrum.
Tobias Thierolf catching up again. Well, not catching up, but still trying to find a way past Barnaby Dude. They have a lapped car also involved. And further back, Joshua Culbreth under attack from Magic Kazchuk. Looking to take 11th place from his fellow BMW driver. And a little contact there. Little paint trade, but gets the job done. Not sure which lapped car that is with them. Looking down the order. It's Marriott. Okay. I don't know why I thought Benjamin Marriott was in a BMW for some reason. Does a good job of staying relatively out of the way. Keeps it predictable. And Kazchuk has got his 11th spot. Alfie Bevan leading by 3 seconds now over Tin Anderson. Paul Riccobeni in 3rd place has dropped Voldarski by 3 seconds. Henrik Andreasen is apparently off the track somewhere, yeah. Him and Woldarski appear to be off the track and falling back. Leave you up a spot. They also lost out to Stanton, Jerome, Dude, Thierolf, Kazchuk, Culbreth, all overtaking Henrik Andreasen. And there is Andreasen, rejoining behind Benjamin Marriott. They'll also lose a spot to Josh Milanese. Front of the car looks a little dented. Must have been some kind of contact that we missed between him and Voldarski, because they both fell back. So I imagine they were both off the track. They were 3rd and 4th. Or, pardon me, 3rd and 4th. And are now, 7th and 13th. There's a 3 in there still, but it's not the same one. Joshua Culbreth going side by side with Magic Kazchuk. He's not giving up on this top 10. And he would like to get in there. He's had a phenomenal race, I think. He's been in the battle the whole time. We're into the final minute on the clock. Will they get in their lap time? Where is the leader? Probably tell us. I don't think they will. So I think this will be the final lap, because I think Bevan is more than a minute away from the checkered flag. So he will probably get the last lap, warning this lap.
And the last lap.
To pick up Tobias Thierolf, still trying to get past Barnaby Dude, who has built that wall and has not let Tobias Thierolf through. battle was originally for 10th place, and it's now become for 8th. Around the outside, can Theorolf get it? Turns into the inside. That's a good move. Does he have it? No, Barnaby, dude. Putting the battle to him. The battle of German supremacy.
Red car go faster.
And the orcs have once again triumphed. That is Yuri Kuchashvili joining the track. Leader is officially on the final lap. And rounding the final turn, actually. So will be a double for Alfie Bevan. As still trying to get into the top 10 is Kazchuk. Tin Anderson has finished the race in second place. Paul Riccobeni will join the podium in race number 2 after finishing 4th in race number 1. Jeffrey Stanton will finish in 4th place ahead of Josiah Jerome. Fantastic second race for him. And it is going to be Barnaby Dude keeping Tobias Thurl behind him. That is no small feat. Taking home 8th place behind Vonya Liviu. Sebastian Voldarski. Magic Kazchuk rounds off the top 10 ahead of Cole Braith. Josh Milanese in 12th, followed by Henrik Andreasen. Had a something with Voldarski that dropped him down the order. Scott Nick is, I think, going to take 14th in both races, which is interesting.
Consistency is key.
Mm-hmm. Ahead of Adam Stewart, Matteo Bianco. Pardon me. There is actually a race car driver named Matteo Bianchi. That's what's throwing me off. Mauricio Delgado in 17th place ahead of Nick Peterson, who did not have a great second race. Then Ronald Torrens, James Butler, and Dominic Reiser, Yannick Parakining, Yuri Kurtachvili, and Benjamin Marriott, your 24 finishers. Ricardo Costa finishing the race in the pits. Andreasen, according to chat, says that he had a game-related issue. Says it froze. So I imagine a lag spike. And it appears that he probably hit Voldarski.
I mean, you probably shouldn't be watching Netflix while he's racing. So, I mean,
that'd be a good idea. But I would say a fantastic pair of races today.
Not too shabbily at all. Also, your boy and mine, Mauricio Delgado, made up 6 places in that race.
Did we kick Sebastian Woldarski?
No.
Absolutely.
Okay, fine. No.
Drop the elbow on him.
It was an 8% yes ratio, though.
So Bevan gets the double win. I'm thinking second place probably went to Riccobeni. He had a 3rd and a 4th place, so that's my guess. Ooh. And he finished considerably ahead of 3rd place finisher from race 1, Tobias Thurl, and 2nd place finisher Josh Milanese. They finished 9th and 12th. I'm not sure what kind of scoring criteria is in play.
I believe first place gets 72,000 points. Second place probably gets about 5. Thank you, Mr. Stefani, for the compliment in chat. We enjoy the commentating and enjoy when people enjoy it.
Sebastian Waterski is the chat logic.
That is pretty good. I like that. I'm stealing it.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic races all around, actually. I thought very, very good. And outside of Alfie Bevan, who is our racer of the day? Because, I mean, obviously Bevan is the answer if we're including him.
Well, I mean, the obvious answer is Mr. Nick Day.Scott, who is incredibly consistent, finishing 14th twice in a row. However, he did pass Mauricio Delgado which is a big no-no. Can't do that.
I would say the moment of the two races though was the multiple corner side by side between Paul Riccobeni and was it Henrik Andreasen? It was Jeffrey Stanton who was watching them.
Yeah,
I think it was Andreasen that he was battling with.
Yeah, it was Andreasen.
That was phenomenal.
Oh man, it was so hard to keep track of them with the cameras.
I don't know if Scott Nick wants to get on and finish the stream off or what the deal will be here. But we will continue to provide you with the dulcet sounds of our voices until we get something. We've got a Merry Christmas in the chat. So very, very nice.
Barry Crimmins.
I just asked Scott if he wanted to say anything. I think he's debriefing the drivers right now.
Probably.
Be sure to tune in again on daydrink.scotch.
I'm signing up. Do they have a premium membership?
Someone's being turned on by somebody's voice. I don't. Probably Byron's.
Well, I could change that.
I'll accept the award.
Well, it was fantastic racing. I thought one of the better events that we've gotten to do in terms of commentary speaking. Vic Vega in chat. Welcome, Vic.
The Vic Vega of VicVega.com.
I absolutely love the Assetto Corsa races we do. We don't do them nearly enough, in my opinion, but I get they are kind of an ordeal to set up.
They definitely are a little bit clunky. There were definitely some technical issues behind the scenes here, and that does make it a little bit harder.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by the fearless leader, ScottDay.Nick.
Indeed.
So, how did it look?
Horrible. Everything is pixelated.
Well, we're still on right now.
Okay. Yeah. So I let everybody in the thing know, but we'll be doing the prize awards and then the random prize drawings separately after this. So everybody should stay tuned for that. It'll be it'll be at some point after. We unfortunately don't have Martin to help with it, so I got to get that together.
The chat is calling us fantastic racists.
Indeed, the best racist thing there ever was.
Oh, Vic Vega is complimenting Byron directly. At least I assume, due to the fact that he refers to his Thunderlips.
That is correct.
Hello again.
We got Sebastian.
Sebastian in chat.
Hey, Scott, how was your race?
It was good. So
Both races?
Yeah, we're still on the stream.
Oh.
Quick, say something racist.
So, don't insult anybody.
No, come on, it'll be fun. Be sure to tune into SebastianDay.Wolodarski.
Well, I would like to thank Scott for doing a monumental amount of effort into setting this up for us. I always enjoy watching and helping with these, and Sebastian I hear does plenty of work as well.
Indeed. 3 cheers for the admins.
Huzzah.
Hip hip.
Hip hop.
Right.
Hippopotamus.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm reading chat now, so I want to greet Mysterio, Mateusz Ziora, Jakub Mierzwa. Be okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
They're telling us earlier that you're really good at water skiing.
There was that, yes.
Sebastian water ski. Yep.
Oh God! Did you see that hit?
Oh yeah.
That was unexpected.
Well, we saw the aftermath of it. Unfortunately, we didn't actually catch. We didn't catch the hit, but We assumed something happened based on the fact that you were both falling through the field.
Yeah, we were following a legendary run from, I believe it was Colberth, and
Yeah, it was Colberth and Kaschuk we were watching at the time, unfortunately.
well, all right. Do we have any particular where we want to close this, or?
Everybody go read a book.
I'm going to go drink a beer. I appreciate it, guys. It was a good time.
Absolutely.
That sounds like the actual answer.
I'll drink to that.
Everybody enjoy yourselves.
This race brought to you by a half liter of no-name peach drink.
All right,
ESR Race Day do not necessarily support the opinions of this commentary crew.
What
Please
controversial opinions did we even have this
Please make sure to know what drink you're drinking.
It's not alcoholic. There's nothing to endorse.
Well, it's unnamed at least.
It's no name, yeah. Well, it's not unnamed. It's just the no name brand.
Oh, the brand is no name?
Yeah. It might just be a Canadian thing.
Probably.
They're exceptionally cheap.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Oh, I just realized I gotta subscribe to RaceDay.watch. How foolish could I be?
Indeed. You should like, subscribe.
Follow, comment, visit ESR-race.org.
Mm-hmm.
Also RaceDay.watch.
Or search ESR Racing on YouTube, and you will find us where we do other live commentary as well.
Actually, on the screen right now, scan that little QR code.
Indeed,
you'll get a prize. It's love from us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. I think we're good here. You guys have a great holiday, everyone.
Mm-hmm. Celebrate whatever form of the Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever it is, you enjoy it, and put on, I don't know, what's a good weight figure to put on? 5 to 10 pounds. 5 to 10 pounds.
Oh, I say at least. Yeah, we'll go 3 to 5 kilos.
I'm going to try and stay under 250. That'd be nice.
But yeah, hopefully we do one of these again soon. Make sure to like and subscribe so that we can we get the excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay then.
And we're off.